Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Mark Causey here from Black Cat Comics in Rockin' Milpitas. Every Wednesday is New Comic Day and I like to give you some great reasons to get down to your local comic shop and pick up something fun to read. Gonna start with the Marvel guys this week because we got a lot of Secret Empire to talk about. This is your latest issue of Captain America Steve Rogers, number 18. Cool Cap versus Namor cover there. Can't say enough about all this Secret Empire stuff. Can't say enough about Captain America Steve Rogers. Really encourage you guys to grab the first couple trade paperbacks if you haven't been following this, or just grab the latest issue and jump in. There's a lot going on in all this stuff. I'm sure you've heard about the premise. I'm sure you've heard about the controversies. Oh, Cap would never do this. Everybody knows I'm a big Captain America fan. I'm loving this stuff. Again, really encourage you guys to grab this book, Steve Rogers. Grab the main Secret Empire titles 0 through, I think the latest one's number 4. We got them all in stock. And then this is Underground number 1. One of the many little tie-in titles that's rolling out, like Uprising from a couple weeks ago. This one, Underground. United is another one. This is Secret Empire Brave New World number 2. Again, there's a lot going on with this stuff. You don't have to read all the different titles. You don't have to keep up with all the different stuff. I'd encourage you to read Steve Rogers in the main title. Check out some of these other side books, see what grabs you. There's different characters, different premises to all this stuff. If you love the main book like I do, then you want to check out some of this other stuff. But again, you don't really have to follow all of that. Doctor Strange number 22, another Secret Empire tie-in, along with U.S. Avengers and Ultimates 2 number 8 with a cool Ego cover there. You don't know who Ego is, then pick this one up. You're in for a treat. One of the cooler Marvel characters. So again, lots of Secret Empire stuff going on. So if you're following the main book, you're going to want to check out a lot of that stuff going on. Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man, number 1. First issue of a new ongoing Spider title, because you can't get enough Peter Parker. If you're 100 years old like me, you remember the original Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man run from the 70s and 80s. That was great stuff. This one kind of gears toward getting Peter back to more of the classic rotten luck Parker, as opposed to what we've been seeing in Amazing Spider-Man. X-Men Gold, another huge book Marvel's got going on these days. X-Men Gold and X-Men Blue have just been huge. Everybody's reading one or the other or both. If you're not reading one or the other or both, you should definitely check out one of the latest issues. Good to see X-Men books back in gear. WMD, Weapons of Mutant Destruction, spinning out of what's been going on in Weapon X. This is kind of a mini X event, I guess you'd say. Cool stuff there. And Iceman number 2 rounds out your X books for the week. Always good stuff. All new Guardians of the Galaxy. Issue number 3 of the latest take on everyone's favorite movie stars these days. Mighty Thor with a cool homage cover. Points to you if you can tell me the original issue that this cover first appeared. Good old Walt Simonson style. Everybody's loving Mighty Thor. Good stuff there. And America is your other Lady of Marvel book this week. Luke Cage, your favorite Netflix star. That's your Netflix book of the week. Royals is your Inhumans title of the week. Silver Surfer, one of my favorite books. Runs a little late, to be honest with you, but I love anything from the Allreds. Sort of a new and different take on the character. If you're an old school Silver Surfer fan, you'd be interested to see this new take on it. If you haven't read Silver Surfer stuff before, you should jump in on this one, because anything from Mike Allred's a fun read. Spider-Man 2099. Other than Peter Parker, that's your only Spider book for the week. Monsters Unleashed keeps right on rolling. This one might be flying under your radar, but it's a lot of fun. Kind of the old 50s pre-Marvel monsters taking on your favorite Marvel heroes. You can grab the Black Cat pack for the first series and then jump into this latest series. And Nick Fury rounds out your Marvel stuff proper. But last but not least, lots of good Star Wars news to talk about. This is your second issue of Darth Vader. Still got a couple copies of the first issue lying around. This is the second Vader series from the Marvel Star Wars stuff. It's a little different, doesn't pick up where the first series left off. It's a different point in the timeline. The last series was just after episode 4. This one's just after episode 3. Everybody loves Vader. Marvel's been doing a great job with this Star Wars stuff. Your other favorite Sith Lord, this is Darth Maul, number 4. This is one of the minis that's going on. 5 will be the last issue. And Poe Dameron. This is your first annual from the Poe Dameron series. Good stuff there. Like I say, Marvel's been doing a great job with this Star Wars stuff. So if you aren't checking it out, you're missing out. So grab some of those Volume 1 trade paperbacks, or like I always say, just jump into the latest issue. Great week for the DC guys. Let's talk about Batman number 25. A couple weeks ago, Batman 24 became one of the biggest books in comics. I'm not going to tell you why. I'm not going to show you the cover to the reprint of 24 because it spoils the last page. But you definitely want to grab that 24. You definitely want to get in on this number 25. It's always a good time to be a Bat fan, but particularly right now, there's some really interesting stuff going on. Don't say I didn't warn you. All-Star Batman number 11 is your other Bat book for the week. Been loving some All-Star Batman. It's a little out of continuity. Some of the best creators in comics doing your favorite Dark Knight. Nightwing, one of my favorite Bat books. And Harley Quinn, if that's a Bat book, it's probably your favorite Bat book. Lots of good stuff for the Bat fans this week. And good times for the Superman fans too. How about Superman 25? This Rebirth stuff's all totally rolling. Already up to 25 issues. Been loving the Superman books. Superman and Action Comics. Everybody's jumping on that. So if you've been holding out, again, you're kind of missing out on something. Guns is your other super book of the week. Starring the son of Superman and the son of Batman. This title has been red hot, so again, if you're one of the very few holdouts on this, you might want to grab the first issue and see what all the buzz is about. Justice League and Trinity are your DC team-up books of the week. Trinity's been a lot of fun. Always good to see Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. Green Lanterns, probably the biggest Lantern title going on these days. Kind of surprising, to be honest. I thought Hal Jordan would be huge, and Hal Jordan's selling really well, but everybody's checking out Green Lanterns. So you want to see what the buzz is about with that one. Green Arrow rounds out your Rebirth stuff, but there's always more DC to talk about, like Wildstorm. This is the Jim Lee cover to issue number 5. Cool stuff there. Injustice is your video game tie-in book of the week. Very sad Alfred Pennyworth cover there. DC Bombshells is your extracurricular DCU book of the week. Also been a lot of fun. Really been encouraging you guys to check out Bombshells. They're doing a lot of fun stuff with this title. Kind of things you don't usually see in the regular DCU. Just grab that first trade paperback, or just grab any old issue that has a cool cover with a character that grabs you. That's fun stuff. Cave Carson is your young animal book of the week. But the DC ones I've been waiting to get to is your Looney Tune crossovers for the week. This is Lobo Roadrunner, and this is Wonder Woman Tasmanian Devil. We were talking about these on the podcast. You can read more about them in our newsletter. Really, really digging these mashups. They did the DC Hanna-Barberas a while back. Now they're doing DC Looney Tunes. You can grab the Bugs Bunny Legion one from last week. Grab these two from this week. Let's see, there's Bugs Bunny and Martian Manhunter was one. Great, great stuff. There's going to be 2 a week for a little while. Just sort of fun and different. Good stuff. And it's a great, great week for all the other guys. It's Whedon week over with my friends at Dark Horse. This is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 11. And this is Angel, Season 11. Somehow Angel caught up to her. Angel is my favorite Whedonverse book. Dark Horse does a great job with all this stuff. You don't have to have read all the previous seasons. You can just jump into this latest stuff if you've been missing out. Or, of course, you can grab the trades for the previous seasons, too. And Aliens Defiance, my other Dark Horse book of the week, because Dark Horse does a great job with Alien and Predator and all their licensed property stuff. Invincible. It's probably the biggest Image book of the week. This one will be wrapping up. Only a few more issues to go of one of the best superhero books in comics. Everybody loves Invincible. Old Guard from my man Greg Rucka is probably your Image book of the week, unless you're reading Royal City or I Hate Fairyland. Can't say enough about this I Hate Fairyland book. No, I'm not showing you the other cover in my video. Fun stuff there. Always good for a laugh. And Black Monday Murders is another one of the 50 huge Image titles these days. You want to be following this one, or Reborn, or Moonshine, or like I say, any of the other 100 books they've got going on. Always encouraging you guys to go to Image's website and find one of the 20 books that would be right for you. Crosswind and The Shirtless Bear Fighter are your first issue, gotta have it Image books of the week. Always suggesting you guys grab those first issues, because when you ask me about it in 2 weeks, they're going to be long sold out. Archie number 21 is the second part of the latest arc for this title. Really been encouraging you guys to grab an Archie book like this one, Afterlife, Sabrina, Reggie, Josie and the Pussycats, Betty and Veronica. Archie is just on fire these days. So if you don't have an Archie book on your list, you're really missing out. Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys. It's my Dynamite book of the week, because it just doesn't get more awesome than Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys solving mysteries. And Red Sonja, my other Dynamite book of the week, because like Dark Horse, they do a fantastic job with all their licensed stuff. A couple of great books right there. X-Files Origins number 1. It's my IDW book for the week. This is the second X-Files Origins series that they've done. You can grab the Black Cat pack for the first series. Love me some X-Files. Star Trek Boldly Go. It's my other IDW book, because they do a great job with all their Star Trek stuff. Star Trek. It's always good to see Star Trek in comics. Great week for Boom Studios. Don't talk a lot about Boom, but like Dark Horse and Dynamite, they do a great job with a lot of their licensed stuff too, like Kong of Skull Island. Love me anything with a giant gorilla. Or Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is probably your Boom Studios book. This book is hugely popular. You guys love your Power Rangers. And Bill and Ted Save the Universe. It's my last Boom Studios book of the week, because I love me some Bill and Ted. Maybe you don't know Bill and Ted, but, well, it's the only decent thing Keanu Reeves ever did. Oh, was that out loud? Rapture is my Valiant book of the week, because it's got Shadow Man, and Shadow Man is awesome. And The 12th Doctor is my Titans book of the week. He's got 2 this week. He's got his main title, and he's got Ghost Stories. Titans does a book for all of your favorite Doctors. So if you have one or more favorite Doctor Who's, find that guy and check out his title, because it's really awesome. And it's a great week, as always, for the all ages stuff. Adventure Time Comics is the Adventure Time universe done by all your favorite comic guys. Rather than the standard Adventure Time art, they go for their own stylized comic book kind of stuff. So if you're an Adventure Time fan that loves comics, this is definitely the book for you. Mickey Mouse is my all-ages book of the week, because I love seeing this Disney stuff back in comics. They do a great job with all of that. And SpongeBob SquarePants is the last but not least book of the week. This is your double-sized annual. Yes, you got a SpongeBob last week too. Great time to be a SpongeBob fan. Always encouraging folks to have an all-ages book on their list. Lots and lots of great stuff this week, so make sure you check those shipping lists, get down to your shop, pick up something super awesome. That's all we got for you for this week. You can check us out at blackcatcomics.biz, check out our Facebook page, check out our podcast at soundcloud.com, or just get on down here to Rock and Milpitas. Thanks for watching. See you next week.